Welcome, all my home buyers out there. My name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty, and today we are looking in a community called Deerbrooke in the city of Leander, Texas. And the builder we're looking at is Chesmar Homes. Now, these two homes kind of sitting on this corner lot here are the ones available for sale. And the one that we're going to be looking at and doing a home tour through is is a two-story, the one right here on the right. But one fantastic thing about owning your own drone is that you could really get these shots, because this is what really is going to be super impactful, is just seeing what this home looks like, the lot size, especially because when you come visit that, the first thing you're going to notice is like, man, this home next to it has a bigger yard. Why is that? Now, let me rewind here a bit. So the home that we're going to be looking at is the one right here that's white on the top and that has that kind of stone towards the bottom. And you could see the home next to it, just like, why does it have all that yard space? And now it's just a different phase, possibly a different builder. And right now, Chesmar is building in this remaining last little phase here. And so the draw is the backyard space. I would say that's probably the biggest con that I see, is that because of the way, well, one, the backyard's small, and two, it's the elevation, it slopes down. So making, as far as use of that backyard space, is limited. So much, in fact, that they are actually extending the back patio. So we'll see orange spray paint on the grass when we get there as to how much further they're extending it, so you can better utilize the space. Because if you have pets, if you have kids, that could be a huge con, because it slopes down pretty dramatically. And you could just see you don't have a lot of yard space, but that could be a plus, because, you know, having a large yard means more expenses, more maintenance, and all of those things. But one thing that they do market is having that green space. So you see the green belt here that you're going to have trails and walking trails and have access to, but towards the back end of the house, so where your back patio would be, you're going to have this green space where you're going to have trees, and it's going to be a park, and there's not going to be any more homes built there. So there's not going to be, other than the construction that you see here in this phase that they're going to be doing, but across the street, at least is what I'm saying, they're not going to be building anymore. So you're going to have this green kind of space here that you can kind of see here. So you have these trees and you have this trail, and that's going to be your viewpoint from the backyard, at least. Right, so this home, let's get into it. I'm going to talk about the pricing right now. This home is being offered at it's being offered at $534,145. Now, I believe there's wiggle room. There's some negotiating power. There's some negotiating room in this deal because of the comp I ran that I'll show you here in a bit. But this is the Liliana floor plan. This is 4 beds. 3 baths. It has a game room upstairs and a study downstairs. 2-story, 2-car garage, 2,578 square feet, and it's priced at $534,145. Now let me take a quick little look, because I really want to see. I think this floor plan has the primary and the home office on the first floor, which is what really drew my eyes to it. So let's take a look here. Towards the back end is the master. Here's the very spacious kitchen, and towards the front we're gonna have, let me take a look here at the floor plan. The Liliana's floor plan has a study. It has it does have a second bedroom on the first floor. So if you having the primary, having another bedroom on the first floor, so if you have guests coming over and you don't want them to take the stairs, you just want the upstairs to be like kind of like where the kids are, or just have that separation. That's what made me really like this floor plan, because I see that being a trend, that's what people want. So this floor plan has the home office on the first floor, it has the primary on the first floor, and it has that secondary bedroom that you could use for guests or for in-laws visiting. That way it has that separation, and it does come with their own private bath. It's not in the bathroom, in their bedroom per se, but it's an ensuite bath, so it's really close access to it that you would probably use if you were working out of your home office in the study, because it's the nearest bathroom. So here is the walk-in closet that kind of connects to the washer and dryer room. I found that interesting. So from the walk-in closet from the primary bedroom, it actually connects to the washer and dryer, and here is a second bedroom. So this is where your guest would be. It is on a little smaller side. Like, I think a full would fit very well here, along with a dresser and one dresser. Not having dressers on both sides, that would make it look a little bit too too kind of condensed in my opinion. But when I see rooms like of that size, having a full and just one dresser or just a light, I think works. There's some more storage space. Here's that kind of ensuite bathroom I was referring to. That second bedroom where the guests would typically stay, right there would have access to right there where the washer and dryer is. That connects to your walk-in closet. That connects to the master bedroom. That kind of I think flows quite well in my opinion. So here now we're going to walk towards the front of the house, and to our left is where we're going to have that home office space. Now noted that it's carpeted. Right, you could definitely use this as a bedroom if you wanted to. It has these double French doors that people love, and it has a closet. So a lot of times, with these flex spaces, these studies, they can be carpeted. I think for it to be officially a home office, I would want hardwood floors, not really carpeted, but I know that's a preference, right? And then I believe there's no closet in here. There's no closet in here. You typically in a bedroom, you need a closet and a window for it to be considered a bedroom, but this does have no closet, so it's just it's an official home office, right? And it's a little bit smaller than the bedroom that would be in place there. Because if you look at the Chesmar floor plans, I love when they really do it well and smart with the storage underneath the stairs. That is, and look, it even turns the corner here. Right, so a lot of storage underneath the stairs. So going back to the floor plans, if you look at this floor plan, the Liliana floor plan, and you look at their Adeline floor plan, where the home office would be is where a bedroom would be. So it's very flexible in the way they kind of substitute that. So, but the bedroom, that's the point I was trying to make, is a little bit bigger in size than this home office. Now, they did recently have a $20K price drop that I found very interesting. And they did have a neighboring home in the same community, in the same kind of little block, where it sold for a lot less than what they're currently offering this home at. And remember, they're offering this 2705 Sage Ranch Drive, Unit 33, at $534,145. Now, that's a $20K price drop because they originally had it priced at $554,145. Now, again, a big draw to this home is, one, it's in Leander, two, it's in Deerbrooke, and three, it's very close to Northline Leander and the Lagoon Springs. Northline Leander is going to be the new downtown district for the city of Leander, right? It's over 160 acres. You're going to have commercial space, retail space. You're going to have residential, townhomes, apartments. It's going to be like the next domain. I believe the developers who did the domain area, and that's lovely, by the way, if you've never visited, and they're the ones who are developing the downtown area for this Northline project. That's going to be minutes away from this home that we're looking at right now. So that's a big, huge draw. Right? There's definitely a lot more pros than there are cons. The biggest con is just that backyard and how you're going to utilize that space. But if maybe you can live with that, and you can live with having an overextended back patio, then that you can grill on and then still have that nice view of the park across the street, hey, that could be a win. That could be a win. And again, this is a brand new Chesmar home. I think the layout for this is very smart. It's very popular. I can see it being very practical for folks, especially if you work from home, especially if you want a big enough space to have room for guests, or if you have children, or you want to have just on the first floor, the guest bedroom, right? I know it's a huge draw because then it alleviates you having to go upstairs, especially for elderly folks. And this floor plan has it. Now, was it this one? I can't remember. There was a door in one of the closets. It was this one. So in this walk-in closet, you have the door for the attic space, right? Where you have all the HVAC in the ductwork. I thought that was really interesting that you don't normally see. So there you go. That's where you would access the attic for all the mechanical stuff is through the closet of one of the bedrooms. Now, I love when they do like this open airspace that you could see from the second floor to the bottom floor. Again, there's two points here. You have this point that opens up to the foyer, and then you have the other that opens up to the common areas like the kitchen and the living room. I really like that. I like how they have the top and bottom windows. It really just adds to the natural light, and again, makes it feel more grand, in my opinion. So here's what they have now as far as their back patio. Now, you can see how it really slopes down. So much so that, I mean, you couldn't run in it without possibly it being a tripping hazard. And that's the house next to it that has that humongous backyard. And here, pay attention to the ground, pay attention to the grass, and where those orange kind of spray marks are, because that's how much they're extending that slab, so they can have that back patio extended, so you can utilize more of the backyard and have just a flat surface. So they're doing that for both homes that you see in this little corner here. Both homes are getting that extended. Now you can have a really good visual what that looks like here, how much they're extending that. So that's something that they're going to include with the price already. They see that this house has been sitting, and they see that the backyard is a huge negative for people. So that's why I think they've added that backyard patio to it. Now you see that home on the far corner there that's white. That's the other home that recently sold that has a very similar floor plan to the one that we just looked at. The one we just looked at is called Liliana, and the one that we're going to be looking at here that disclosed, that one's called the Peyton. So look up the Peyton and look at Liliana floor plan and tell me how not close. Tell me how close they are in comparison to floor plan, right? And that one, even though it's a little bit smaller, I'll give them that, sold for, I'll let you know right now, that one sold for 400, the high 400s. And that one, I was like, wow. So there is some negotiating room here for the ones that are available for sale. So that one closed, and again, this is the one in the top corner here, for $495,500 on March 1st, 2024. So under 500. And the home that we're looking at now is priced at 534,000. So if you look at the floor plans, if you look at the lot size, I think we do have some negotiating room here, especially because we have a really good comp, and it's a Chestmar home too. I know builders like looking at their own homes for comps, and so we do have some negotiating room here. But keep in mind, you see all these empty plots. There's going to be more construction happening, but it's not that much in comparison to what I've seen when you have master plan communities and they're barely starting. You can see in the surrounding area, this is probably one of the last phases that they have here for this builder in Deerbrooke, because everything's already built out. Leander in general is, for the most part, built out. The new construction that you will see are just little pockets here and there, or the remaining phases, or sometimes there's these little old smaller ranches that get bought up that are like 10 acres or so, and they put more residential homes on there, but they're not these master plan communities where you have hundreds and hundreds of homes being built. I mean, just by looking at this drone view, I would say imagine 20, 30 more homes being built, and these are the two. These are the two. The one on the left is for sale, and the one on the right is for sale. Both different price points. The one on the left, $534,000. The one on the right, $450,000. But I believe there is negotiating room here after looking at the comps, after looking at how long these have been sitting, and just we're in a different market now, right? And this is a great area as far as home appreciation, because Leander definitely popped off as being a huge hub for people relocating. They love the area. They love the city. They love the schools. The kind of commercial side, downtown area could need some, in my opinion, could use some work. But now with the Northline coming down the pipeline, and you can actually see a lot of movement happening. I'll try to tag it in the description below, of some of the drone shots I shot, because I toured all of Leander and this community, and then I went to Northline right after that. So you'll be able to see that in the description. And if you want to check out this home, do a private tour, talk some numbers, talk more strategy here. The quickest way to get a hold of me is typically through a virtual chat, right? So on my description, I'll have my Calendly link. We could do a video call, Zoom call, and just see where you're at in your journey. See if new construction would be a good fit, what community might be a good fit, because all these communities have a different feel and vibe to them, and I've toured many of them already. You'll see that in my channel. New construction is definitely one of my specializations. I am consistent in touring these new builds, speaking with the builders, and trying to figure out what are these, keeping a pulse on these incentives, because these incentives change so quickly. And as we're approaching summertime, and I'm recording this in May 8th, things are starting to heat up. We're starting to see more buyer activity, because it's summertime and these incentives are almost too good to pass up. So let's schedule time to talk. I'll link my number in the description. You can text me, give me a call if need be, but usually, so you can we can have a meaningful conversation. Virtual chat's probably the best, because I see on my calendar, I can prepare for it. If you call me out of the blue, more often than not, I'll probably pick up, but I'll ask you to kindly schedule a consultation, because then I'm in the middle of doing something. I'm either handling a client or I'm shooting content, and that disrupts my whole day. And I really live by my calendar and time blocking. That's how I'm able to do so much YouTube content and do my real estate and be a real estate agent at the same time and do it all myself is because I really stick to my calendar and time block. So again, my name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.